Hello, everyone. B.O.B. here, and welcome to another episode of Labcraft. And well, it's been a couple weeks. We didn't have an episode last week, and that was due to the fact that we couldn't get on the server. Well, at least during the beginning part of the week, and that's typically when I would record on Labcraft. So, yeah, I had to miss weekend there, but we're gonna make up for it this week because I have a lot to do. First things first, I want to get bees. Now, I do have a couple of beehives, but I don't, or bees' nests, I suppose they are. But I don't know if there's bees inside them or not. Bee Magical gave me one of them, and I just found the other one in a tree, and I don't remember if it was day or night when I picked it up. Um, but here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just hang these on some trees down here. And let me put some grass blocks in here. So we'll put that there. Oh, there is a bee. There's two bees. That's wonderful. Ooh, ooh. Well, I could start a bee farm then. Okay, that's gonna happen. Um, Hopefully those guys don't wander too far. They probably want some flowers. Guys, don't don't wander off. Come here. Come here. Stay close to me. Stay close to me. And we're gonna go ahead and just plant those guys. Now, hopefully they'll just kind of stay here. They shouldn't go too far. I hope not. Maybe I should leash them up. What do you, just so they don't get lost. Hmm. Yeah, I don't want to lose them now that I have them, and I'm not really prepared to have them right now. And well, they are. Oh, see, I could already be like farming this stuff. They're gonna fill these up already. All right. Decisions. I don't want to lose these guys. Can I just... Okay, hopefully that was okay. They won't be mad when I place it, will they? Because I didn't smoke it first? See, here's the thing. I very much do want these... Get a bee farm going. Start farming some honey and stuff. Get the honeycomb blocks and honey blocks in themselves. Could be useful. Um, I mean, that could be profitable even. But I really need to do something with these guys. I really need to start getting my villager infrastructure in order. I need access to like all these enchantments. I need to be able to give myself backup gear very easily. I need an iron farm. These guys are going to get it for me. Um, so the first thing I got to do is build a breeder. Now, here at the end of my ravine here, I dug myself a long tunnel. It's 100 blocks long. And I had to like drop down here at one point because, well, there's ice here. I didn't really want to get rid of it. I kind of like the fact that the tunnel's kind of going through the river, but I also can't put lighting sources too close to that, or else it's gonna melt it. So I had to drop down a few blocks to make sure that wouldn't happen. Um, but I came clear down here, and there's like a lighting glitch happening down here. That's a little bit creepy. Um, and I just started digging out a space. And one thing I'm going to do, I'm going to build a breeder down here. Possibly like something that works automatically and just kind of fills up a little villager collection area. And then I think I want to run rails all the way back to the base. Because I want the iron farm to be, well, close to home. You know what I mean? Like, I want the breeder to be far away from that. So I'm considering, well, this has to come out. But I don't know if I can build an iron farm there? Let me think about this a little further. Just one real quick thing I want to show you. This is the gold farm. I don't know if I've ever even really shown it on camera. Swift Z built this for Techno, and it's kind of like over by my place. So I kind of use it too. But what you see is glass blocks all around the bottom of it. This is like the kill chamber here, and so I put in this piston door to open it up, so you can like easily get your trident back out or put a new trident in. Somebody still broke the glass to get into there. Like, what do you think this was for? Well, I was just collecting materials to get started on this whole villager infrastructure. It's occurring to me that this is probably going to be a long-term project that spans over the course of a few episodes, or at least all the different aspects of it together. But yeah, down at the end of this long hallway, I was going to build my breeder, and then I am thinking I'm tearing the creeper farm out, the failed creeper farm, and I'm going to put the iron farm in there, I think. Right up here. As far as I know, they don't really need sky access. I mean, I could be wrong about that, but I hope I'm not. But that should still work. And that's enough space to do it. I'd have to clear everything out, of course. But anyway, my point is, like, all these things have to be so far spread apart. I'm going to build the breeder. I want a conversion station, I think. Since we can do that now on Bedrock, convert them into zombies and then turn them back into villagers. And then that way I get better rates as far as trading. And I might just do that with, like, all of them. You know what I mean? I can send them through a station, convert them, and then send them on their way to wherever I want them from there. So I'm going to do, like, an iron farm in here. And then I'm thinking way down by the zombie farm, which is about 100 blocks or so that way, I'm going to build just, like, a trading hall. And that's just going to have, like, the villagers, the excess, because there's only so many I really need in the iron farm, and then there's some, like, villagers you can't really have in the iron farm, like farmers and things, and I want to be able to get golden carrots from them. I'll probably have a bunch of clerics so I can get redstone and glowstone and all that stuff, and I definitely want stonemasons so I can get all the crafted blocks without actually having to craft them. I want librarians, of course. That's like the given. You need all your enchantments. A mending villager is probably the most valuable thing in this game. Like, no doubt, out of anything you could have in Minecraft, I think a mending villager is the most important. Okay, so what I've done so far is just kind of widen up this hallway. Nothing special. But, well, like, at one point here, it does pass through a river. Well, you know, like I was saying with the ice. So I did the walls in glass. And right now it's kind of dark out there. But if I go out and put some, like, sea pickles, you know, on the ground out there, like underneath the water, it should light everything up. And it'll probably look really, really cool. But anyway, here at the end of the tunnel, I started digging this way, and I'm gonna build my breeder down here, and it's really far. Both trips are really far. I'm gonna get. Well, I mean, there's gonna be a rail system in here, and then there's gonna be soul soil to run on. So I'll be able to make these trips really quick. But what was that sound? I'm slowly starting to open this up, and like I said, this is where the breeder's going to be, but I'm also going to incorporate some crop farms. Let me show you. So when I was trying to come up with a plan on what I wanted to do with, like, a villager breeder and such, I decided to just come into a creative testing world and build something. And this is what I came up with, and I'm liking I'm liking the concept so far. Now, the breeder itself is based on a design that comes from Waddles. This was like an old tutorial of his where he just kind of had a villager farm set up, and then like you have leave these gaps um, open in the middle for the baby villagers to fall into, and it works pretty reliably. They will almost certainly fall into these gaps. But then I decided to like kind of expand on that design. And so I trapped a feeder villager here in the middle. So not only will these villagers breed and produce baby villagers, but they'll also try and feed this villager, which will, well, it won't work because they can't actually get to him, and well, all that excess crop comes down here. Um, so, I mean, it's not going to produce crops on a massive scale because these aren't massive farms, but it's a dual purpose. I'm getting villagers out of it, plus the crops to trade with villagers. Yeah, I think this is going to work out. And what I might do, as you can see right now, I only got 3 villagers in here. And the reason why they're not like breeding anymore is because all of the beds here are accounted for. So in the design I build in the world, I'll probably incorporate more beds so they can produce more babies. Um, and then that way I can kind of keep a bundle of them to just choose from. And this is going to be far away from the house, so I don't really got to worry about it being loaded and causing a lot of lag. Like, this is getting pretty laggy right now. Um, but what I do got to do is clear out enough space to build this. And this is no small structure. So I got some digging to do. Okay, well, it's been a couple days since that last clip, and I have done the digging, and I've actually done the building, and I tried to get some clips in between there, and I messed that up. I messed it up. I'm very sorry. Um, but, well, as you can see, I got myself a nice soil path here, and I'm going to have a rail kind of up on planks in the middle here, and I'll show you that's going to look like that. I'll probably do more to these tunnels, maybe. I don't know. Maybe just some like more texture variation or something, because these are extremely long tunnels. So like a going overboard with decorations might not be a good idea, but I got my breeder in here. Well, you can see it. I set up a pumpkin farm as well. I want to probably get a melon farm in here. I might do that on the other side. But this is, of course, for trading, and like this is quite the farm. Just based on the idea that we can view stems now to farm pumpkins and melons. This is what I threw together here. I think Silent Whisper might have put one out like this recently. At least that's what it looked like in the thumbnail. I don't know, but it's a pretty common design for like Java edition. We've just never been able to use them on Bedrock because, well, up until 1.16, we couldn't just view the stem with an observer. We actually had to view the block where the pumpkin and or melon would grow. But now the breeder. Okay, I got everything up and built here. When I first got 2 villagers out here, they actually bred once. There was 3 villagers in here at one point. I don't know what happened to the third, and I haven't been able to get them to breed again. Now, I do believe that I just need to give them more food. Maybe they're not farming enough here, just the 2 of them. So I might stockpile some food and then come back and give it to them and then get them breeding. I think like that's the only reason I can think of that they're not. But yeah, where the third villager went, I don't know, but that's frustrating because I need like 5 in here just to get it running at like my testing capacity, and I still only have the 2. So, basically I got to stockpile some food. And that's just going to take time. That's a lot of waiting. And I don't really want to do that here. So what I might do at this point is direct my attention towards the bee farm projects. Now, the first step in this project is basically deciding where to put it, and I think I'm kind of gonna do all like those types of like the non-aggressive mob farms. Maybe put them all in sort of the same location. So I started digging out a space over here. Um, this is the hallway where I'm gonna have my wool farm, which I I started and I didn't go any further with it. I bred the sheep one time and now they ate all the grass. But I do need to move one into here and breed them again and then make one that's a different color. So that's something I got to get back to that project. But bees, bees are going to be the project for now, I think. And I don't know. I'll probably have to clear out a little bit more space than this, and then still come up with some sort of a farm. But yeah, this is my plan: bee farm. And I've gone ahead and set up a bee farm. It's probably going to expand. Actually, like I want to breed up a bunch and then have a bunch more. Because right now I just got the two nests, and I'm probably going to craft up a bunch of hives and stuff. So right now, it's going to harvest the honeycombs so I can make more of the hives. And then I'm going to breed up more of the bees, of course. I don't know. I'll probably like kind of stretch this around the room, maybe. But for now, I'm gonna just let this kind of go. I have this hopper minecart here that's gonna go underneath the ground. So whenever like I got observers behind the bee's nest there, and then the dispensers with shears in them up above. So that's gonna like whenever they fill it up with honey, it's gonna harvest the comb, and the honeycomb's just gonna fall on the ground. And then I have it sending a signal to this hopper minecart, so it's gonna go underneath the ground and pick it all up. I swear, at one time you could just put a hopper underneath the nest and do it that way, but in testing it did not work out. So I went ahead and did it this way, and I'm sure that'll pick up any of the drops from there on out. Right now, I'm gonna let that kind of just start supplying some honeycomb. I'm gonna probably breed up some more of these bees whenever they pop back out of their nests here. I'm going to get as many going as I can. I think it's only like 2 or 3 per nest. And then I got to craft more hives. I don't know. I'm sure we'll figure it out, though. I suppose I could go back to check on the villagers, but I haven't really been able to stock up on any of the bread yet. That's kind of what I want to do right now. I was just like letting wheat grow so I could stock up on bread. Maybe I'll make some bigger farms for the other crops so that way I could fill them up faster that way. That might not be a bad idea. And so here's what I did. I'm back out here at the villager breeder. And I went ahead and did one of these classic like water flush farms. I'm using waterlogged pistons here. So whenever like the pistons retract, it actually releases the water that's inside the pistons and it'll wash everything down to this water stream. Right now, I just have carrots and potatoes planted in here. And then I think once I harvest this, then I'll do like a whole thing of wheat. And then like keep switching back and forth until I have a stockpile. I don't really want to go beyond like this one farm because once this has enough villagers in it, it's going to start producing these crops, at least potatoes and carrots, because that's what I've planted in there. So I don't want to have this like manual farm that I'm not going to be using. Like I suppose I can continue to like grow wheat out here just so I have like the bread to give them. But I mean, beetroot's a possibility, but who cares about beetroot? I'll tell you what though, this pumpkin farm, this thing's rocking. I mean, there's quite a few plants in there, but they're not even all grown up. I think it's something to do with growing the plants in this checkerboard pattern. I think they do grow faster like that. I don't know. I might be wrong about that, and that might just be a Java thing, but It sure seems to work that way. Okay, so as I was waiting for these crops to grow, and it looks like we're actually getting some there, but I'm going to wait until the whole field's grown up because, you flush it all at once. It's not just a picking one thing at a time sort of farm. But I went ahead and I cleared out space, and this should be equal to the space of the pumpkin farm. And so I'm going to put a melon farm in here. Um, it's going to require lots of crafting. I think I got quite a few pistons left. But one of the major issues with this is I don't have nearly as many melons as I did pumpkin seeds, because I started with a little starter pumpkin farm just to acquire some. Um, so I mean, I'm gonna end up building this real slow. Is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put in the tracks first. Well, once I figure out where it's all gonna go, and then I'm gonna start putting it in like a layer at a time. I think I only have like 6 or 7 melon seeds at home. I don't know. I gotta go. I gotta go look. But either way, I don't know where more melons are growing, and I don't want to go running around hunting for them. So I'm gonna have to like grow a few, harvest, grow a few more, harvest, that sort of thing. So this is what's been going on in the shopping district. I do believe this is Be Magical that's been doing this, but I'm pretty sure someone else told him to do it. The whole flattening it out. We're flattening out the island. Um, I gotta be honest. I'm not impressed. Uh, I mean, yeah, making it flatter to traverse a little bit easier wouldn't have been a bad idea. But this looks boring to me. Like I feel like I'm in a creative testing world. Uh, I mean, roads with stairs, like that could have got us up and down hills, you know? Yeah, uh, okay, all right, whatever. So while I was over in the shopping district, I did buy some of the materials that I needed to build this melon farm. Mainly the pistons and end rods because those are the things that I don't. Well, I mean, I could craft up a bunch of pistons, but wood. I'm using too much wood, and I'm tired of chopping down trees right now. But so I bought some pistons and some end rods from the shopping district, but that leads me to well, one of my upcoming projects. I need to do some mining. I have 10 diamonds to my name. 10 total. Well, I mean, that's probably not the total. I think I got like a couple ore in my ore chest. But even when I break them down, what am I going to get? Like 4, maybe 5 diamonds? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm definitely seeing a long, drawn out mining session in my future. Just a status update on the bee farm. It does appear to be working. If we look in here, we got a couple honeycombs, and I did already craft up a few beehives here. So I'm probably going to be expanding on this. I might just do that in between episodes. It's going to be the same idea. I'm just going to be putting in hives, adding a lot more bees, a few more flowers, and I'm actually going to start harvesting the honey bottles rather than the honeycomb. I mean, the honey blocks themselves are really what I'm after, but if I can get a decent supply of the combs coming in as well, I could maybe do a shop with like the bee materials. I don't think anybody else has. I mean, we had one on the server right when I first joined, but there was like a catastrophe where those bees got killed, and I don't even know if that person's still on the server. The shop's not there anymore either way. But either way, this might be a business opportunity for me. So I mean that's something to keep in mind. Either way, I think I'm going to be finishing up a lot of this work off of camera. I'm kind of running out of time for this episode. I wanted to get a lot more done, but it just didn't fit into the schedule. So I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to do a lot of this stuff off camera in between episodes, and then I could catch you guys up on the next one. So, in the meantime, if you enjoyed this video, please remember to hit that like button. And if you're interested in seeing more from me, consider subscribing as well. I would like to thank each and every one of you for watching and wish you all a wonderful day.